So I played the original vanilla Destiny, the beta, basically for Destiny 1, and I liked it. It's obviously Bungie knows what they're doing. It's kind of ridiculous how good they are at making an FPS game feel right, feel fun, and they have that here too. But the problem with the original Destiny, as everyone's known by now, is it was just a mess of like, oh, this Dinklebot's flown around. Is this the whole game? Is it really kind of just a bunch of things tenuously strapped together? So I'll wait, right? That's what I said. And 3 years later, oh, I'm going to play the Destiny 2 beta, see what's happening. And I am glad to see that it is the same very solid shooting with some little updates here. Now, I don't know the differences, what's new, what's not new. I couldn't tell you. I have no clue at all. Not even the faintest clue, really. Are the abilities new? I don't know. Are the enemies new? I think so. I think that was the trailer. I don't know. All I know is that this is one of the little missions that they have. I don't know what they're called. Strikes? I don't know. That's in the beta. And then there's also two, or maybe it's one that's just long, single player or probably co-op missions. And those are really cool. I think the first, before we're going any further, is this game on PC. I am playing at max settings. It is stunningly gorgeous. It feels like a generation leap from playing Destiny on a vanilla PS4 and going to Destiny 2 on PC like this. It is quite the extravagant jump, especially in the single player, not open whatever multiplayer missions here. The particle effects and the things that are going on as you're taking down this ship, like you're getting launched into it and then you're going and circumnavigating the enemy spaceship. I don't know why. Everything in the game looks like poop. Yeah, well, Delphox, one day you'll get that computer. It's gorgeous. It is a really beautiful game. I kind of wish I had played it on PS4 to see what the difference is, really. Especially since I have a PS4 Pro, would have been able to kind of go back and forth. But I knew I would, if I'm going to play this game at all, it's going to be on PC, just because I like that ecosystem more. There's really nothing else besides that. I want to play the game at 60 frames per second. The game locks up right here for a couple seconds. It is in beta. I want it to look the best it could possibly be. That's going to be on PC. So, sorry, PC Master Race here. And, it's funny because if you watch, this is a video of me playing. If you watch this video, I'm kind of complaining about a lot of things, but at the same time, I'm going around this level, really enjoying my time. I'm playing with two randos here. We're taking on this mission. It is so much fun to fight these enemies, to throw a grenade, to do all this nonsense. But it still has these weird problems, or at least they're problems to me, and one of them is this inventory system, of which I'm shocked they decided to keep the just garbage UI control mechanism. I don't know why they stuck with that. And even worse than that, which is not a big deal, worse than that, I have no idea what any of this stuff is. Oh, this is a weapon. Here's a paragraph about a gun. Like, I don't know, just tell me damage values and stuff. But it does, but it doesn't. And I wrote down a couple of things actually over here. Because if you look at your equipment, so you have, what is it, a helmet, a little armor garb, and boots or something. I don't know. I don't play Destiny. And here's three little things it said. Okay, this one is your mobility. How much mobility does this armor set give you, right? How much resilience? How much recovery? And they're just bars. Like, they're just bars. Oh, this one gives you a full bar, and this one gives you a half bar, and this is a little bit more than a half bar. Well, thanks. Thanks for that information. Those aren't numbers, but it's good to know that this helmet gives me full mobility as opposed to the one that doesn't. I don't know what that means. It's not a number. If you were to tell me, oh, it gives you +5 mobility versus +10, That's something I can understand. But without that information, you're just giving me a bar graph without an axis to tell me what the bars mean. And that's for everything in this. The only thing it gives you is like shots per second and stuff for the weapons. It'll tell you that number. But what does mobility even mean? Does that look like sprint speed? Is that in general speed? Is that weapon swap speed? I don't know. The game sure as shit didn't tell me. And the game goes out of its way to not tell you anything, by the way. It doesn't have a tutorial at all, which I'm sure the actual game will kind of probably ease you in a little bit, but I don't know. I think you could get lost for no reason. Like, these are points that I shouldn't have confusion on. I shouldn't... What's resilience? Is that defense? Is that like a luck stat? I don't... Is that an HP recovery speed thing? Resilience is vague, okay? I don't know what it means. What is a hat? How much does that hat give me I don't know what that means, is what I'm telling you. So as much as it's fun to shoot things, the core loot gameplay is lacking because of that. It's too nebulous in terms of all that. I really don't know. And actually, I even found something. If you pressed Y/triangle on the equipment, you could change things around. There might be a place to check the stats. I don't know. You could change things around, so I could. This helmet had maximum mobility, but then if I changed the perk, it would lose mobility but gain resilience, right? So it seemed like that was another way to fully customize it, and maybe they're all the same and you just customize it for your build, right? So if you wanted to have super no movability or whatever, you could do that. But it didn't, I didn't really understand that, and that wasn't explained to me. But that's besides the point too, because the biggest issue with me and this being a loot game is there's no loot. Like, at least in this, there's no loot at all. Like, you get to the very end of this 20 to 30 minute mission, 20 minutes if you all know what you're doing, and you'll get 2 pieces of loot, and that's it. I don't know what these spheres are that drop. I have no idea how it causes them. You can tell me playing, I'm bad. I don't even know. I'm like barely shooting anything. I don't know what the hell's going on. It just looks pretty and shiny, and I kind of run around. But I had a lot of fun with it. I just don't... The loot game isn't there for me. Like, I want to be picking up not Borderlands 2 level of ridiculousness, but I want to be picking things up in the middle of this firefight, right? Maybe taking a minute before going to the next one and seeing, like, oh, what's this pistol do? I know, Delphox, it's a shock that I'm bad at shooting or games or life in general. It's a shock to everyone. I need more loot, and I need to know what the main single player, like, there's so many questions about this, and it's one of those things that I might just pick this up eventually, maybe for like $30, and have a lot of fun with it. But I don't know. There are so many questions that I really probably could find the answer to just based on what they did with Destiny 1. But I don't know. I did a little flanky. I did a little flanky guy there. That was alright. Come on. Come on. The flank was good. It's fun. I wrote down some more notes. Oh yeah, they have these cutscenes for the single player portion, and it has your character. And your character's just on the ground like, I'm being defeated by the bad guy. And the bad guy's like, we'll see what happens to you. And like kicks you off the planet or the plane or whatever you're on. You're on a thing and you get kicked off. And your character like doesn't say anything, doesn't even grunt. It's just lying there like, oh, I've been defeated. Like, doesn't say. It's so bad. This silent protagonist nonsense needs to stop. Just pick a male voice and a female voice, maybe multiples of each, and record a few grunts, a few lines. Oh, it was so bad. These other people were having these, you know, it's the people in the cutscene. It's the one mission you've seen. That's the beginning of the game, and they'll be talking to each other, and it's a bunch of nonsense. But whatever, it has its own lore. That's fine. They're talking to each other, and they just kind of turn to you and then turn away like, oh, okay, this is the thing. All right, this guy doesn't talk. We don't talk to him. We barely acknowledge his existence. All right, that's fine. We'll just pretend he's a mute or something. What's the new gun system? I have no idea what you mean by that. The 60 frames per second on PC, it runs like butter on PC. They know what they're doing. Bungie knows how to make a first-person shooter. I mean, that's... I don't know how to play a first-person shooter, but they know how to make them. Oh, there's the one thing I didn't mention while you're gonna tell me what the weapon change is. There's these moments in this level where you have to platform, and I don't really understand why. Like, you can fall and die, and then you'll have to wait to respawn, and I just can't imagine a world in where platforming with this shitty jetpack is fun for anyone, or necessary, really necessary to like further the plot. And there's this other sequence too. It's after this where you're dodging this mining device that seems interesting, but I just don't know why. I'm real bad. There's no more just regular weapons, special weapons. It allows for more variety. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't really notice. That's the thing though. Like, I don't understand a lot of this stuff. I think it makes dumb decisions. I don't think the game's necessarily fun for me as a whole. But the gameplay here is extremely solid. And I think anyone saying, "Oh, it's Destiny 1.5," I don't know what you wanted. Did you want more Destiny? Because you got it, right? I would have killed for a fucking Dark Souls 1.5, but instead I got Dark Souls 2, and I got Dark Souls 3. I would have rather had Dark Souls 1.5, so maybe you should just count your berries with what you got, or whatever the saying is, I don't know. You know, you're getting this, it seems really cool. All you people complaining about Destiny 1.5 are going to buy it anyways, so I don't know why you're even talking to me. Or why I'm listening, rather. Here's another example of a weird section where you can just fall and die for no reason. Like, why? Why is that an option for me to fall and die? The PvE, yeah. Yeah, I would actually like more MMO stuff. Like, if I could play as a healer or something, I'd really enjoy that. Or someone who could buff the team with weapon, kind of like what Overwatch does with Mercy, right? I think. I'm not super Overwatchy. Basically what I'm saying is, if you made a single player campaign for Overwatch, I would be 100% into it, even if I had to play multiplayer. Because this is interesting. And oh, this is me trying to run ahead and I die because I'm a moron. But if you just run ahead, you can kind of skip a lot of this level. Not if you throw a grenade at the floor, though. I also think it's a bit limited because you have all these buttons on the controller, right? And one is dedicated to throwing a grenade. And then the other one, for your special moves, is a melee attack. So I picked this class where I'm a warlock or whatever, and the only special warlock ability I seem to have is that I press the two buttons together when a bar is full, and then I turn into some flying ninja man and I do that stuff. That's cool, but it needs more abilities. I don't really, if there was a skill tree, like, I need more RPG stuff in this for me to be super invested, along with the loot. Loot system's not there for what I want. Amaris, I don't know who that is. Haven't played Overwatch in over a year, so that was a beta. I don't think that's an Overwatch character. I think you made that name up. Amaris? Amarisi? America. I don't know. But it's fine. This is, I think, what everyone should be wanting. This feels like what people were saying Destiny 1 should have been. The ugly tank caterpillar look. I don't know what that is then. Is that a character? Is it a character from Overwatch that I don't know the name of? I don't know what it is. But it seems fine. Okay, you can watch me be bad at it. This is basically the final boss of the strike? I don't know what it's called. You mean Orisa? Joel's drunk. Don't listen to him. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And I think this mission was a little long. Good, you don't even know the name of the character. That's helpful. This mission was a little long, but I think I don't know. I hear all these stories about people doing strikes. Hey, Will, and they're talking about spending hours doing these strikes. I'm like, man, that is not for me. I'll spend hours playing your game, but not doing one mission in your game. That's where I draw the line. I don't know what the hell's going on outside, but someone's digging a trench. It's good. That's the bottom line. It's good. As much as I complain about this, it's really fun. I get it. I understand it. I'm not gonna buy it at launch. Yeah, I don't think I could spend hours on one mission. No, not when. Here's the thing. Not when I could spend 45 minutes on this and everyone dies and I'd have to start over. I wouldn't necessarily mind spending an hour or 2 hours on a mission if the fail state didn't mean I start the whole mission over. That's where I have problems. You won't pour in the time, or you will pour. There's a lot of pouring going on over there. This is a cool MMO inspired boss. I guess the game had this already. I tried to revive him, but I screwed up. I'm not good at the game. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Oh, actually, no. There are checkpoints in this. I won't. Yeah, okay. There are checkpoints in this because one time when I fell to my death, I had our group restart. I played this with Logan, Joel. I played this mission with Logan. We played this in super beta. Maybe you are drunk. Maybe that's true. All right, let's move on to the main part of the show, which is where I shit on Sonic Mania for about 20 minutes. That's the bulk of today's show. It's good, though. This is good. It's beautiful. It's stunningly beautiful. I bet he sucked at it. He did better than me. But, I mean, you can see how I play games. I'm not even looking over into the sights like half the time. Am I going to discuss the new face? What's the new face? What's that about? It's breaking news. What the hell is that face? I've never even seen it. Oh, is it just for you? Did they make that just for you? That's weird. No, we're gonna move on. Yeah, it felt on PC, even though I was using a controller, I aimed, and I aimed mostly from the hip, maybe half and half, I guess. But I did find that the only weapon I really liked shooting was the one it gave me at the beginning, and every other main weapon I didn't like shooting at all. I was like, this recoil's terrible. I don't know, why is this fire like nonsense? I only really liked the first one, which is this gun. Fun game. But if all the missions are going to be like this, I feel like I played enough, right? I played 2 hours of this, I'm done. I don't need any more. And it's not breaking news well. I have two mice over here. I'm trying to figure out which one controls the stream and which one's my other computer. Ugh.